Hello, Helen. How are you? I'm pretty sure you know who this is, right? Don't be immature and just ignore me. Being a childish snob will get you nowhere.
This is Karen, if I'm not mistaken. You're the one who was having an affair with my husband. That Karen?
Having an affair? Please, don't be so crude. It was nothing like that. And please, would you refrain from that my husband crap? He, Randy, loves me way more than you. You have no right to call him my husband. He's gonna dump you soon. He's already getting everything ready to divorce you.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that. I don't think of that jerk as my husband anymore. Just a slip of the tongue. To be honest, I want to get this guy out of my life as soon as possible, but...
Yeah, money, right? You want compensation, right? Well, it seems Randy's parents will pay every cent to you, so don't worry. The sooner you're out of the picture, the better. They'll probably deposit the amount by tomorrow.
Yes, it seems that way. Well, they never really liked me very much. I guess they'll pay any amount just to get rid of me.
Yep, that seems to be the case. On the other hand, they are head over heels for me. They are super happy that Randy finally found the right girl. They really had it out for you. Dirt poor, unattractive, no fun. They just went on and on about you. What did you do to make them hate you so much?
They just didn't like that fact that Randy brought home a bride. They would act that way with anybody. I would be careful if I were you. They may seem all kind and sympathetic now, but mark my words, they will turn on you on a dime.
Do I sense a bit of jealousy there? Whatever, I was texting you about something else. I really need you to move out as soon as possible. You're getting on my nerves. You already submitted the divorce papers, right? He already dumped you, so why the hell are you still here? No place to go? You guys are not husband and wife anymore. You really shouldn't be living under the same roof.
No, I have not submitted the divorce papers yet. I plan to as soon as I get paid.
So that means the divorce is final by tomorrow? And you'll be out of the house by tomorrow too?
I'll be leaving right away.
Now you're talking. So you'll be out today, huh?
As a matter of fact, you had to text me online, which just delayed my departure even more.
Oh, yeah? I am so sorry that I mustn't hold you up.
So, are we done here? I really want to get the hell out of here. I don't feel comfortable here anyways.
Well, I wouldn't either. I mean, you're not wanted there. It would be uncomfortable for sure. All right then, Miss Loser. See ya. Rest assured, I will make him happy. Something you failed to do.
Hello, Helen, are you there? This is Jane, your Aunt Jane.
Oh, hi Aunt Jane. It's been a while. How you been?
Fine. Is it true that you're getting a divorce? I just got a call from Randy a second ago. This is the first I'm hearing about this. Is this true?
Unfortunately, yes, it's all true. As soon as I receive my compensation for the divorce, I plan to submit the divorce papers to the court. It will probably be sometime tomorrow.
Where are you now? He said you're not living at home anymore.
I checked into the Days Inn by the mall for now. I'll figure out what to do after everything's settled.
I see. I heard that your mother passed away and you no longer have a place to call home anymore.
Yes, that's right. As for my father, he passed away when I was 12, and my grandparents are long gone, so yeah, no place to call home. I have no brothers or sisters either, so I have plenty of time. I'll think long and hard about where to live and what to do. All the stuff I couldn't carry were put into storage by Randy's parents. I'll have them shipped after I get settled.
About a job. What are you going to do? You've been married for half a year, right? You didn't work at all. You were just a housewife.
Well, again, that's something I will have to think about.
Is there any particular field that you want to get into? What skills do you have?
When I was a student, I studied film. I was hoping I could do some film or video editing. It's only been about a year since I stopped doing editing work, so I figure it won't take long to get back into the habit in no time.
Seriously? You're just in luck. My son works at a small firm company and he could use an experienced film editor. You could do some work for him. What do you say?
Really? Your son works in the film industry?
Yes, they were just looking for an experienced film editor. If you're interested, I could give him a call. You would probably have to work on a contract basis, not a full-time employee. They would probably support you financially for the equipment like a PC and editing software, stuff like that. Everything is apparently done online. You know, meetings and so forth. So basically, you can work from anywhere you want. You want to meet him and discuss it? You can decide then. What do you say?
Thanks so much. That would be great.
Okay, I'll get in touch with my son and we can set up a meeting. But first, we have to do something about Randy and the others.
What do you mean, do something about? Is there a problem?
Randy's new wife, the one he had an affair with, well, apparently she's moving into the house now. She came over to update me on the current situation, about the divorce going through and her moving in. Plus, she went on and on about her love affair with Randy. To be honest, I didn't want to even hear about it. I was just talking to my brother, your former stepfather. She says the new girl, Karen, is very pretty, and Randy is raving about her, boasting about how beautiful she is and all. It made me nauseous just listening to him gushing platitudes about her.
Seriously?
I can't forgive them for what they did to you. Could you let me handle the rest? Trust me, I'll make things right.
Okay, but you don't really have to do this for my sake.
It's not that. They just seem to have forgotten what's right and wrong. They need to be taught a lesson. It's not only about you. Don't worry, I won't get you involved in any way. At least, it won't be disadvantageous for you.
Alright, I guess. If you insist, I'll leave it up to you. But please be careful, Aunt Jane.
Helen, are you there? Pick up! I just moved into this house. Why am I being kicked out on the first day here? What the hell is going on? It's not only me that has to get out. It's Randy and his folks too. Who is behind this? Is it you? Did you have something to do with this? What's more, Randy got fired from his job. He's the only one working. Without him, we can't survive.
Yeah, well, I had nothing to do with it. I wonder if it had something to do with, Randy works for the wedding service industry, right? It sure does not look good when one of its staff members cheats on his wife after only a year.
Are you trying to ruin us? Make us homeless?
Karen, calm down for a second. Why are you even contacting me anyway?
You had something to do with this. That's why. You pulled some crap for revenge, didn't you? We will not leave this place. You hear me?
Like I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I had nothing to do with whatever is going on. I don't own that house. I'm a complete stranger now. If the person who owns the place wants you guys out, maybe you should comply. Or there may be legal consequences. The police could get involved.
Huh? What the hell are you blabbering on about? The people of this household have welcomed me with open arms. Unlike you. Why would this family kick me out? That's inconceivable.
Oh, so I see. You haven't heard. That house you're living in? That place is owned by your aunt, Aunt Jane. She owes the property.
Huh? Aunt Jane?
Yes, Aunt Jane. Your new stepdad's younger sister. You do know her, right? When Randy's grandfather died about 10 years ago, your stepdad opted to get cash as his inheritance, so Aunt Jane was given the rights to the house and property. The only reason you can all live there is because Aunt Jane is busy with work, and she's constantly flying to Europe and Asia on business. Sometimes she's gone for weeks. She grew up in that house and has a lot of memories for her. She allowed her brother to live there as a way to look after the place temporarily.
Huh? This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Really? When I first moved in, Randy explained all this to me in detail. That we would probably have to move out someday, get our own place. Never got that far, though.
Are you for real?
By the sound of it, you apparently thought you could live there forever, never having to pay rent. Too good to be true, huh?
I just arrived today. How am I supposed to know any of this stuff? Anyway, forget all that. I'm the new birdie here. Why the hell do I have to leave on the day I arrive? It doesn't make sense. This is bullying. Yeah, total persecution if you ask me.
Well, if you had any common sense, it wouldn't be very hard to understand. That goes for Randy and his folks, too. I mean, the son cheats on his wife, brings this girl home, and the parents, rather than scold their son, welcomes her in with open arms and kicks me out. Then invites this woman to their home the next day, dumping me by the side of the road. Who does that? I feel for Aunt Jane. She grew up in that house and she loves the place. To have you folks throwing dirt on her memories. She probably couldn't look the other way and kick you guys out. At least that's what I think. I know Aunt Jane pretty well. She really abhors stuff like this, like cheating on a spouse.
I don't know anything about that. I wasn't trying to take over the house or anything. I have nowhere else to live.
Maybe you guys should just move out and rent or buy a place of your own.
Yeah, that's what I suggested, but Randy and his folks just went silent and had nothing to say. I already terminated my lease agreement with the apartment I was living in, and my folks got divorced years ago, and they both live with their new families. I hardly ever see them anymore.
Yeah, when I first got married, they used up all my savings without my permission. I remember I had like $50,000. They used it all up in no time. But surprisingly, they deposited that entire amount yesterday. Maybe that's why they can't get a new place.
Huh? Are you serious? $50,000?
They really must be hard on cash now, huh?
I never realized that this family was so poor.
Yeah, they like to live the good life, that's for sure. I always worried about their speed thrift ways. The house certainly looks very nice. You know why that is? Well, Aunt Jane put a lot of money into renovating it little by little. Like I said, she has fond memories of the place. Besides, she plans to live there when she retires. Well, that's about all I know.
Are you serious?
I was just like you when I married. I had no idea of the situation until Aunt Jane explained everything to me. When they demanded that they confiscate my entire savings, I was flabbergasted. But luckily, I had a lawyer friend threaten legal action if they didn't reimburse the money they stole. They immediately complied. Smart move in my opinion.
This is not happening to me!
Well, as for me, I got my money back plus compensation from Randy, so I'm good to go.
Hold on a sec. How the hell did they come up with $50,000 plus your compensation in a day? Did they have that much money stashed away?
I don't know anything about where they got the money. I got what I wanted. That's good enough for me. You should ask your father-in-law about that. Okay, I better get going.
Please, Helen, you can't just leaving hanging here.
Sorry, I have a job interview coming up. See ya, and good luck. Aunt Jane later told me that she gave to them 2 months to vacate the premise. She said she plans to rent out the place after that. 2 months had passed since I last talked to them. About that, $50,000 plus that Randy's folks paid me, that apparently came from Karen's savings, at least part of it. Well, it seems they confiscating her savings like they did mine. I hope she gets it back someday, but doesn't look likely. The rest of the money, I was told, they borrowed. Because they lost a place to live, now heavily in debt, they went out looking for some sort of live-in job. They eventually found a position at some sort of fishing resort up north. The pay is awful, but at least they have a roof over their heads. I heard that they were working their asses off to pay back their debt. It can get pretty cold up north in winter, but it is a fishing resort. At least they won't starve.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Chloe! So, I was just wondering, are you still not home?
Huh? Good evening, Lila. As you know, me and your brother are on our honeymoon right now. We'll be back in 3 days.
3 days, huh? Got it.
Why? What's that about?
Oh, no real reason in particular. I was just curious, that's all. That's all I wanted you for. Bye!
What the hell was that all about?
Hey, Chloe! I just wanted to check something with you. There are no changes to you guys' plan to come back from your honeymoon the day after tomorrow, right?
Huh? Right. No changes to the plan.
You won't be coming home early or anything like that, right? One of you won't be coming home first, right? There's absolutely nothing out of the ordinary, is that correct?
Nope. As long as we don't have any unforeseen circumstances to deal with, everything will be going ahead as planned.
I see, okay.
Lila, why are you asking me these things? I was confused when you asked me yesterday too, but now it's getting even weirder.
Well, I suppose it's not like you can make it home straight away anyways, so I might as well just come out with it.
Come out with what?
So, here's the thing. Me and my husband are living in yours and my brother's new house.
Excuse me?
In actual fact, we moved in and had all of our things carried here in a moving van 5 days before you left for your honeymoon.
What in God's name are you talking about? Stop joking around, Lila. There are all sorts of reasons that's not possible, not least of them security. Even if I humor you for the sake of argument, having your luggage carried in wouldn't have been possible either.
Wrong! They carried it all in without a hitch, even the furniture. The moving company were great. They clearly knew what they were doing. Your new house now belongs to me and my husband. There's no doubt about it.
What the hell? If you're being serious, the security team have let us down big time. I'll be having words.
The house is probably in my brother's name right now, but when you guys get back from your honeymoon, we'd like to go through the necessary procedures to have it switched over to my husband's. Will you pass the message on to my brother?
What are you talking about? Stop messing me around, Lila. Seriously, this can't be true. There are just too many reasons why what you're saying is impossible. There's no way you're living in our house right now. I just don't believe it.
We most definitely are. We already had all our stuff carried in. Plus, we've already been living here 5 days. We live here, so that means it's ours now. Sorry, Chloe. You snooze, you lose.
Lila, I heard you pulled a similar trick ages ago before I met my husband. Back when you both lived together with your parents?
Huh?
Your dad had to leave home for a while due to work, and the moment he left, you moved into his old room and declared it your lawful possession for eternity. Apparently, you could barely contain your excitement at the thought of him coming back to try and get rid of you. Nothing came of it in the end, because you gave up when he came back and you saw how furious he was, saying it was just a practical joke.
Oh, that? That was so fun! My brother has such a good memory.
My husband's telling me I should ignore this because you're probably just being mischievous like you were when you were a kid. But I've gotta admit, you got under my skin with this one. Listen, Lila, I don't know you as well as your brother, and I don't see the funny side of this. I know you might not be my biggest fan, but even for a practical joke, this is going too far. We're in the middle of our honeymoon for crying out loud, which means I'm sorry, but if you'll excuse me, we're going to enjoy the rest of our time together. I won't be replying to any more of your messages while we're away.
Wow.
I'm sorry to have to be a killjoy and rain on your parade, but what you're doing is unacceptable, and I don't see the funny side.
Are you sure that's what you want? If you ignore me, your house is barely going to be recognizable when you get back. Be careful! Me and my husband will have no choice but to enjoy our hobbies to the fullest. Hey, are you ignoring me already? Fine, have it your way. If that's how you're playing this, you leave me with no choice. Such a shame. It's time to make a house a home. Me and my hubby are gonna customize it until it suits our style and tastes perfectly. I hope you're ready for what's coming. First up, in a move so bold it would shock an African queen, we painted a huge heart on the outside wall. The wall is white, so the bright red heart really stands out. It's so bold you could see it from a mile off. I think it really makes a statement about who I am. I drew more hearts and stars all over the walls inside the house. I just drew them totally at random as the mood took me. There's actually something so artistic about how all of this is turning out. I should be nominated for a culture award. Who would have thought I was such a talented artist? I found my true calling after all this time. Don't worry though, it's not just pictures. I painted my whole room with a pink and black color scheme, and you wouldn't believe how well they complement each other. My husband decided he wanted a life of luxury, so he's dedicating 2 rooms to his beloved plastic model painting hobby. He's getting them set up as we speak. Thanks for buying us such a good house, Chloe. Thanks for giving it to us as well. We're super grateful. I'm having so much fun. I feel like a little girl again.
Lila, we just got home.
Hey, make sure you don't go entering without permission. This is our house now, you know. I know it might feel strange to you, but you have to respect our boundaries.
But we're already sat in the living room enjoying a cup of coffee.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? Me and my husband are in the living room drinking beer and watching TV. What a weird thing to make up. Where are you really?
Were you serious about moving into our house? Because I'm starting to think it was all just one big made-up prank. I did think there was some Audie-specific stuff in the messages you were sending me, so I asked your mother just in case. And lo and behold, she confirmed you and your husband had been living in a house in the neighborhood until recently. But you moved out, and she didn't know where to, so I thought it might be true.
That's right. Duh, because it is true. Oh dear, you didn't think I was just making it up, did you? As if you'd think I'd really do something like that. This beautiful detached house with a yard belongs to us now. This is what you get for letting your guard down on your honeymoon. It's hardly fair that you and my brother are the only ones who get nice things.
I don't mean it like that. It does seem to be true that you moved into someone's house uninvited, just not ours. If we're being specific, our new house isn't actually a house at all. It's an apartment in a high-risk tower block.
Huh?
Not just that, but they have tighter security than Guantanamo Bay. There's a passcode system and security guards to ensure that only actual residents can enter. There's also a receptionist at the front desk. Me and my husband told the receptionist we'd be leaving for a little while before we went away on our honeymoon, so they'd never let anyone else into our apartment. You wouldn't have gotten in just the two of you, let alone had all of your things carried inside by a removal company. If the security guards didn't pick up on it, the cameras would have.
Uh-huh.
We phoned reception to put our minds at rest after your weird messages, and just as we thought, there's nothing out of the ordinary going on with our apartment. Whose house did you guys break into?
Wait a sec. So, let me get this straight. Your new house isn't really a house at all, but an apartment in a high-rise tower block?
Yes, exactly like I just said. How the hell did you get into a whoever's house you're in right now? Did you have a key?
I found a key I didn't recognize in Mom's key case when I was over at her place. She was cooking for us in the kitchen, so I thought I may as well have a look through her things. It had the same address I overheard Mom mention on the phone a little while ago engraved into it. Given the timing, I didn't see what it could be other than the key to your new place. So I did what anyone would do and slipped it into my pocket while Mom wasn't looking.
No way! Is it the detached house on the House Seating Estate 10 minutes walk away from the southern ticket gate at the Apple station? By any chance?
Yes, actually it is. You know what?
Whoa! You've really gone and done it this time.
What do you mean? Gone and done what?
That's the house that your Aunt Kimmy is supposed to be moving into soon.
My Aunt Kimmy? No way! But she's abroad for work right now. How can that be? You're lying.
She's coming back soon because her company retransferred her to a branch in the States, and she bought that house as soon as she heard the news. All procedures regarding the sale and handover are complete, and it's already in her name. She's currently living in a temporary apartment in New York while working at the company branch there to finalize the handover of all the projects she was in charge of abroad. That's why she left the key with her sister, your mom. The plan was to put the finishing touches on her work stuff and then move into her new house and start a new life over here in earnest.
Oh my god.
That conversation you just mentioned overhearing on the phone, I'm guessing that was your mom speaking to your Aunt Kimmy about everything I just told you.
Seriously?
There should have been a mountain of cardboard boxes stacked up in the first room after you enter through the front door. Are they still there? That's all of your Aunt Kimmy's stuff.
Well, we might have sold some of it.
You sold your Aunt Kimmy's stuff?
We found some expensive-looking brand clothing when we were looking through them, and we just did what we thought made the most sense.
What the hell are you playing at, Lila?
What was I supposed to do? I thought it was all yours. Come on, see my side of things. How was it fair for my brother's new wife to have nicer things than me? Anyone would have done the same thing in my situation.
I'm not sure about that, you know. Anyway, you don't have much time. You need to get on the phone to whichever stores you sold your Aunt Kimmy's things to and see if there's any way you can get them back. Hopefully they haven't been sold already. There's a chance you might have to buy them back at a higher price, but it can be helped. Go, go, go!
What? buy them back. Ugh, it's no good. They sold the last item to someone 10 minutes before I called.
I see. My husband's currently explaining to your Aunt Kimmy what she did over the phone.
Oh my god, what? You told on me? You rat, how could you betray me like this?
Obviously, I told her. You think she doesn't have the right to know about a pair of lunatics breaking into her house and selling her things? I had no choice. Anyway, she wasn't happy. My husband had to keep reminding her he was only the messenger. She says your options are either to pay her one lump sum in compensation or to find exact replacements of every single item you sold and see to it she gets everything back as it was before you interfered.
What?
She says she's going to the house tomorrow to check on the situation. She says you're to stay there until she's seen you both and are absolutely not leaving under any circumstances.
Are you joking? Like hell I'm gonna sit waiting around here for my Aunt Kimmy to come and let me have it. You might not know this, but my Aunt Kimmy is super scary when she gets mad. My whole family walk on eggshells around her because no one wants to get on her bad side.
We had a feeling you might say that, so your mom and dad should be arriving anytime now. They'll be making sure you won't go anywhere. You're now officially under house arrest.
What?
Apparently your husband's parents are on their way too.
Wow, this so cannot be happening. You have to be joking me.
You're making a big mistake if you think you can worm your way out of this one. It's time to face the music, Lila.
You've left me with no choice. Switch to defensive tactics. I'll lock every door in the house and hole myself up in here till they all get bored and give up.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. I forgot to mention, your mom has a spare front door key.
What? No! Why?
Impressive, you're still messaging me?
Why didn't you tell me before it came to this? I never would have done all this if I'd known it was my aunt's house. All you had to do was tell me.
Moving into someone's house without their permission while they're away isn't exactly something normal people do, is it? How exactly was I supposed to know where you were? Seems like you forgot all about the announcement that your Aunt Kimmy's stay in Sweden would be coming to a close. Maybe if you'd have remembered, you could have put two and two together.
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't think she was coming back that soon. Besides, I didn't know anything about her new house.
I see. Still, ignorance is just no justification for the way you've behaved.
Chloe, please.
My husband just messaged your mom explaining how instead of facing responsibility for what you did, you're hiding from them while complaining to me over text.
Hey, wait! Stop it! I found such a good hiding place! Ugh!
It's time to face the music, Lila. Lila's mom asked me if I could buy them some time by keeping her busy while they figure out where she was hiding. I happily obliged and kept her talking to me until the in-laws arrived at occupied Aunt Kimmy's house, after which point they quickly tracked her down and captured her. The next day, a furious Aunt Kimmy arrived accompanied by her lawyer. After an extremely long and tiring discussion, Aunt Kimmy agreed to settle for $75,000 in compensation from the shamed couple for their actions. Of course, that included the cost of the items they sold, but it also covered the cost of repairing the house, which had been left in an abysmal state after being subjected to Lila and her husband's artistic endeavors. Finally, it included a sum to make up or the emotional distress the whole episode has caused. The moment Lila heard the figure, she let out a shrieking scream so piercing it could be said to be heard from outside of the solar system. After that, both her and her husband had no choice but to start working several jobs each. Now, under the strict supervision of her Aunt Kimmy, they led a miserable, soul-crushing existence of being worked to exhaustion on a daily basis to pay off their exorbitant debts.
Currently one of the fastest growing startups in America. It was even in the news lately. He probably makes more money in a day than you do in
Which one is it? Probably both, right? It's good to keep your options open after all.
Cynthia, where's my money? I need money for groceries.
Oh, sorry, Allie. I couldn't go to the bank today. I was sick. I'll wire you the money tomorrow.
Stop making excuses. We made a deal, remember? That's why I let you get your own place. I even look after your dad's house and your brother. You understand that?
Of course. You took us in when my father got remarried, and you've been looking after the house since my dad passed. I really appreciate it.
Well, good. Just keep making that money for me. Don't be late again on your payment. I don't care if you're sick. Got it?
Okay, sorry.
Send an extra $1,000 this month.
What?
That's what you get for being a day late. My daughter wants a new dress, and I want a new bag, so…
But how will I pay rent?
You talking back to me now? Seriously? Don't push me. Don't make me hurt Kyle.
I'm sorry. I'll pay. Please, leave my brother out of this.
You two are unbelievable, you know that? If it wasn't for me, you'd both be out on the streets by now. After your dad died, I didn't have to take care of you two. I was just being nice, you know? You should be grateful.
I am. Again, thank you for everything. I really appreciate it.
You too. Why can't you be more like my daughter, huh? She got into a really good private school this year. She's so brilliant. She's nothing like you two.
Wait, what? Private school? How are you gonna pay for that? It can't be cheap.
I found a bank passbook in Kyle's room. It had a lot of money in it, so I'm planning to use that.
Hold up. That money is for his education. Please don't use that. And what are you gonna do to his room? He's 11 already.
Ugh, shut up. This is my house. I can do whatever I want. You don't get to tell me what to do.
But if you use that money, he won't be able to get an education.
What's the point? He's dumb as hell anyways. If you want an education for him, maybe you should get a second job. I know. Why don't you whore yourself out? I hear you can make a lot of money doing that. Want me to hook you up? I know a guy who knows a guy. The pay is pretty good.
No, thanks. Look, about your daughter's tuition, I'll figure something out. So please leave Kyle's money alone.
Fine, fine. But if you're late on your payment again, I'm taking the money. Now get back to work.
Okay.
Don't forget to add the extra $1,000. Oh, and send me some money for her school uniforms and textbooks too. Got it?
Okay, I will. I gotta go.
Cynthia, the house is empty. You know something about this? What's going on here? Explain yourself.
Welcome back, Allie. How was your vacation with your daughter? You two were gone for a week. I bet you had a lot of fun.
Shut up. Why is there a sold sign on the house? Where's our stuff? You're not getting away with this.
Shut the hell up. You know who you're talking to?
What? What did you just say to me?
Just shut up and listen. About the house? You can't live there anymore. I sold it, so…
What? Sold it? You can't just sell off the house without my permission.
Actually, I can. I inherited the house from my dad, so…
Wait, what?
You inherited his money, but the house, he gave it to me. I'm the one who pays the property tax. It's my house, so I can do whatever I want with it. But no worries, I rented an apartment nearby. All your stuff is there, so you're welcome. The first month is already paid for, but the rest is up to you.
This is ridiculous. I've been living there for years. I got rights.
Actually, you don't. You didn't fill out the proper paperwork, so Dad didn't leave a will, and technically we're not family anymore, so I was just being nice to you. You understand that? But you acted like you owned the place. And you took my brother hostage.
Screw you! I'm the one who took care of your brother. How dare you?
Seriously? You mean he took care of you? He told me everything. I know you worked him like a dog. You made him do everything around the house. You even hit him when he messed up, right?
That's called discipline, and he's not even family. You thought I'd let him stay at my house for free?
You're unbelievable, you know that? And you used up all his savings too. You didn't even use it for your daughter's education. You used it to buy stupid things for yourself. Then you told Kyle to get a job right after middle school. What the hell is wrong with you?
Shut up! Shut up! You should be grateful I took you in. You two owe me. And Kylie is dumb as hell. He won't learn anything in high school anyways. Might as well get a job.
That's not your call. Kyle is with me now, so no worries. I handed in all the necessary paperwork while you two were gone, so... Oh, and I got his money back too.
Wait, how? Wait, what do you mean?
Yep, I sold all your designer bags and stuff. You bought it with his money anyways.
You little shit. You're not getting away with this. Stay where you are. I'm coming for you. I know where you live.
That's a good one. How stupid are you? Remember what we talked about 4 years ago?
Huh?
Remember when you asked me to pay you an extra $1,000 for being late on my payment? The thing is, I had already moved by then. I even got a new job. Moving cost me a lot of money. That's why I was late on your payment. I was pretty worried that you might find out. So, yeah, you won't be able to find me. You can try to find us, but you'll just be wasting your time. You can't even beg us for money anymore. Poor you.
What?
I've been planning this for a while now. It took longer than I expected, but now we can finally move on with our lives. Thank goodness. Not sure where you're gonna live from now on, but oh well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Have fun being miserable.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I had no idea you felt that way about me. Please forgive me. Please, I'll do anything. Come on, I'm your mother, and think of your little sister.
Mother? Little sister? What on earth are you talking about? My mom is dead, and I don't have a little sister. I'm done with you. Get out of our lives, you old hag. Go to hell.
No.
Oh, and one last thing. You know your daughter has a secret Facebook account, right? She uploaded this really interesting picture the other day.
What?
She was partying with some college students. She was drinking too, I think, but she's underage. I sent the pic to her school.
What?
Her school's really strict, right? She'll probably get expelled. Sucks to be her. After all that money you spent on her education. Too bad.
Why would you do this? Why get her involved? Leave her out of this. Please stop.
No worries. I'm done with you two. I'm gonna block you now. You won't be hearing from me again. Bye. After that, Allie and her daughter moved into the small apartment I rented for them. She tried to find a new job but failed miserably. A month later, they were out on the streets. Oh, and her daughter got expelled. They got in a huge fight after that and she ran away from home. I heard she works as a hooker now or something. So, Allie lost everything. A friend of mine told me that she now lives in the park. Sucks to be her, but oh well, good riddance.
Hello, Rita. You there? Hurry up and pick up, would you? Come on, pick up, would you? I don't have all day.
I'm sorry, Mother. I was just doing the laundry. Is there something I can help you with?
You're always way too slow, Rita. How many times have I told you to answer me on the first call? I told you to keep your mother-in-law's line a priority. I don't have all day to wait for you to reply, for God's sake.
Yes, ma'am, I'm really sorry about that. Like I said, I was doing the laundry, and I also left my smartphone in my bag and didn't notice that you had texted me, and...
Yeah, I don't want to hear your usual excuses. Just be more careful next time. Keep the phone in your back pocket or something. Use your head.
Right, I'll keep that in mind. So, what can I do for you, Mother?
I want you to come over to my place, right now.
Right now? You want me to go over to your place?
I want you to clean the stairs. It's gotten a bit dusty and I don't want to slip on it. Plus my back is killing me and I don't want it to get worse. So I want you to come over here and clean it up.
Mother, have you forgotten? You do remember that I sprained my ankle the other day while cleaning your windows. You know, slipped off that old ladder?
Oh really? Did you? Wasn't that like a year ago?
It was 2 days ago, Mother. How could you forget that?
Anyways, what's a little sprain? You're making a big thing out of nothing. Cleaning the stairs doesn't require you to climb up a ladder. A little ankle sprain won't be a bother.
Actually, it swelled up quite a bit. The doctor said I shouldn't put pressure on it for a few days. Besides, with you nearby, I really worried what you might do.
Huh? What are you trying to imply?
I can't believe you already forgot, Mother. I was carrying that big jug of laundry detergent up the stairs when you came up behind me and bumped me out of the way. I just about tumbled down those stairs. I was able to catch my balance just in time. If I had this sprained ankle then, I would have ended up at the bottom of those stairs. So, no way I'm taking a chance in this condition. To be honest, I'm frightened that I might get injured.
That was totally your fault. You were climbing those stairs right when I was super busy. You're always so slow. I'm really offended that you would blame me for your ineptness.
I can't trust someone who simply shrugs and casually brushes aside what could have been a serious injury. All you said was, "Oh, sorry about that." You showed zero remorse. I don't feel comfortable working around you. There, I said it.
My, being a little rude this morning. I can't believe I'm stuck with such an ill-mannered daughter-in-law.
I don't plan to be your maid who jumps whenever you come calling. So, yeah, you can call me ill-mannered or smart alecky or whatever you want. Be my guest.
I cannot believe you, Rita. I never expected such a crass daughter-in-law. What was my son thinking, marrying you? Such an insolent woman. I never should have consented to this marriage. I really should have gone with my instincts. But there's no turning back now. I'm going to teach you a little about being a proper daughter-in-law. I'm headed over there right now. Get ready for some real training. I'll make you into a well-mannered daughter-in-law, so help me God.
You can come over if you like, but I won't be here.
Huh? What do you mean you won't be there?
I won't be there because I'm not living there anymore. I moved out.
What do you mean you moved? Oh, wait. I get it. So it finally came down to this. I see. Kevin finally had enough of you. Well, I don't blame him.
Huh? What are you talking about?
No need to ask me. I'm all for you guys getting divorced. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. But I will tell you right now, I will not give up little Dave. He's my precious little grandson. He's not going anywhere. Unlike her mother, he's an angel. The future head of our household. I'll bring him up myself. I'll take care of him as if he were my very own son.
Right. I'm afraid you got it all wrong, Mother. You really do have your head in the clouds. For your information, we all moved away. Kevin and Dave included.
Huh? What are you saying?
Well, it seems your son, Kevin, has had it with your mistreatment of me. No matter how many times he has warned you about it, you failed to heed his warnings. It just so happened that his company was looking for someone to work on the East Coast, and he grabbed at the chance. And Dave just finished junior high. It'll be a good chance for him to continue high school in a new location, make new friends. It'll be a wonderful change for him. We're even thinking about buying a house there. It's a very nice area. Bit cold in the winter, but a beautiful neighborhood.
What? Are you out of your mind? Do you really think I will allow this? Well, I'm not.
I don't think you have any right to say that after how you treated me over the years. I am so relieved to be free of your bullying. Goodbye.
If that's the case, I will move to the East Coast too, wherever that may be. I'll sell this place and move in with you.
Sorry, we have no intention of telling you where we live.
Just tell me the address right now.
Sorry, can't do that. Sorry, goodbye.
Hello, Rita. I finally found you guys. It looks like you're all out this morning. Family outing or something? Nice house. When you get back, I'll start on that daughter-in-law etiquette training we talked about. Marine boot camp will seem like a day in the park after I'm done with you.
Mother? What's this all about? What's wrong with you?
Oh, Rita, welcome back. I was waiting for you.
Cut the crap, Mother. What are you doing barricading yourself in one of our rooms? Are you out of your mind?
I take it you read that letter I left on the living room table.
That's why I'm texting you. Just cut this crap and come out of that room right away.
Not until you agree to my terms. I'm not coming out of here until then. I will resist you for however long it takes. I've got enough rations to last me a month.
If you mean you want to live with us, that's not going to happen. How did you find out where we lived anyways? I didn't tell anyone where we moved to, except for my folks and your husband.
Well, there was a key on my husband's keychain, one I hadn't seen before. Figured it was yours. As for finding out this address, I stalked out your parents' place for days until one day I lucked out. Actually, it was what I was waiting for.
What do you mean, lucked out? What are you talking about?
Did you recently send a small package to your parents?
You're kidding me. Did you steal our mail?
Please, I'm not a thief. All I did was take a look in the mailbox, used my smartphone to snap a picture of the address label. I didn't take anything. I put the package right back where I found it.
What the hell are you doing? You've totally lost it.
You took my grandson away from me. It's not normal. A grandmother should be able to see her grandson anytime she wants. That's the way it just is.
You belong in a mental facility. This is not normal. I'm going to call the police. Just come out of that room right away.
Oh yes, this room, it must be yours by the looks of it. You really have horrendous taste.
What?
This room looks like it's used by a 6-year-old. So messy, clothes strewn about everywhere, snacks everywhere. Besides, a housewife does not need her own room. A wife sleeps with her husband. Therefore, this room shall be mine. And all the stuff in this room, all these posters and plastic models, oh yeah, and all those comics and DVDs in the closet. I put all that junk into a garbage bag and took it out by the side of the road this morning. I'm sure it's all gone by now. And good riddance.
You must be kidding. Tell me you're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Why would I kid about that? That's just an awful hobby of yours. Comics and DVDs. What are you, a teenage juvenile? You're a married woman with a child. This kind of infatuation with comics and DVDs, it just doesn't set a good example for my grandson. Well, think of this as the first step in your training, getting rid of all this junk.
Dave is with me right now. He's seething with anger.
Huh? What do you mean?
Grandma? This is Dave.
Oh, Dave, my dear grandson, I'm so sorry to barge in like I did. I had no other choice. I wanted to see you so badly. I hope you understand. Your mother was so against me living with you. I really had no choice. But you don't have to worry anymore. You can now live with your grandma as you've always wanted. I can't believe that your mother would prevent you from seeing me. Anyway, let's put all that aside and have a nice comfortable life with me and Grandpa.
Is it true that you got rid of all the stuff in that room?
Yes, that's right, I did. Your mother is just unbelievable. I had no idea that she had such a reprehensible hobby. I mean, at her age? Please. She's a mother for God's sake, and I also can't see where she finds the time to have such a hobby. No wonder she never does anything properly. But all in all, it turned out okay. I'm just glad it didn't influence you negatively, now that I'm here.
Are you finished, Grandma? That room you're in? That's my room.
Huh? You mean, this is your room?
Are you serious about what you said? That you threw out all my stuff? The comics and figures that I took years to collect? My DVDs too? Please say it's not true.
This is your Dave's room? Not your mom's? Wait a second.
I would think it would be obvious. Any normal person would immediately realize it's a kid's room. What's wrong with you, Grandma? So let me ask you one more time. Did you seriously throw that stuff out?
Hold on a second. I was just, but your room is upstairs, I thought.
Mom and Dad use those rooms for their remote work. The Wi-Fi router is up there. They have better reception. My room's on the first floor.
Dave, don't worry. You really don't have to cover for your mother. The children usually have rooms on the second floor.
Like I said, my room's on the first floor.
Huh?
That room is next to the garage and the front driveway. You probably don't even know this, but I'm on the school basketball team. Actually, it was comics that got me interested in it. I wanted my room on the first floor so I could get out and shoot hoops whenever I wanted. Mom and Dad agreed.
Comics got you interested in basketball? So does that mean that those magazines and DVDs...
Like I've been saying, the room you barged into, that's my room. That stuff you threw out, that's all mine. My precious treasure that I've been collecting since I was in elementary school. How could you do that?
Huh? That can't be.
I want it back. I want all of it back. I bought all of that myself. I saved my allowance and bought all those things. And since getting into high school, I saved up money from my part-time job. And those comics, they're worth a fortune. I worked hard to get those. Some of them were super rare. Mom and Dad bought me some of that stuff for my birthday, too.
Huh? Please, Dave, I didn't mean to.
I want all of it back now! Right now!
But Dave, this kind of hobby, comics and all, it's all for geeks. You never get a proper girlfriend.
Are you serious?
That's right. Just think of this as a good opportunity. An opportunity to start a new and grown-up life. Would you say?
What's that got to do with you throwing out all of my valuable possessions? And what's so bad about being a geek? All these recent tech guys were all geeks, even Bill Gates. Besides, how could you be so stupid as to confuse my room with my mom's? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard someone do!
Well, to know.
And about having a girlfriend, I'm already seeing someone.
Huh? You already have a girlfriend?
And it's none of your business whether I have a girlfriend or not. What's more, why don't you apologize? You don't even feel remorse for what you did. That's common sense, isn't it? You do something wrong, you apologize. Didn't they teach you that in school? Or does not apologizing mean you're going to get all my stuff back? Is that it?
Well, I can't.
I want it all back. Do you hear me? I want it all back.
Dave, listen.
I hate you, Grandma.
Huh?
I hate the way you treat Mom. You treat her like a slave. How could you be so cruel? I never liked how you treated her, but you did it this time. I couldn't sit back and watch you treat Mom like that any longer. Get the hell out of our house! I never want to see you again!
But Dave, please calm down. Let's talk directly and work things out. What'd you say?
I'm texting you online because I don't want to see your face. Don't you even get that?
Please, Dave. You're my grandson. My precious grandson would never talk to me like that.
Just get the hell out of our house!
Dave was so angry he could not stop texting her. I had to calm him down and pry his fingers off his smartphone. As I was doing so, my mother-in-law came sulking out of Dave's room. Right about then, my husband came home from work. My mother-in-law figured she had him on her side and quickly regained her composure and her confidence, but the look on my husband's face was not of pity, but of anger. He reprimanded her for her despicable behavior and her treatment of me. My husband dragged her out of the house and into his car and back home. About Dave's valuable collection, that amounted to an astonishing $8,000 due to some extremely rare comics and figures. Fortunately, he was able to get some of the items back before they were destroyed. My father-in-law paid for the damages, but insisted that she work to pay him back. Well, my mother-in-law finally realized that she treated me wrongly. I hear she's working at her part-time job every day to pay back her debts. Maybe she's finally learned her lesson.
Ross! Did you go into work on your day off again? Man, you gotta be kidding me. Are the wages at your crummy factory job really that bad? So you gotta keep going in when you should be at home chilling? Sucks to be you. I, on the other hand, am a manager at a world-famous major company, respected and admired by all. I'm so grateful I went to college. Best decision of my life! It's a weird feeling to be so far ahead of my big brother in life, but I guess you get out what you put in, huh? If we're honest, you were basically screwed the moment you decided not to go to college. I mean, who does that these days? Yep, it's factory life for you, now and forever.
Hi, Eric. I see you're being as unpleasant as humanly possible, just like always. You don't mince your words, huh? Things are crazy busy right now because we're going through the busiest period of the year. That's the only reason I came in on my day off. Nothing to do with needing the money. I wanted to help. We may be a small-town factory, but things have been going really well ever since we landed the patent on those new medical devices. Our brand's becoming more well-known by the day. My salary's not exactly shabby.
I see!
Anyway, where do you think the money to put you through college came from in the first place? You think it fell from the sky?
I thought it came from the insurance money from when Mom and Dad died in the car accident. How many times are you gonna ask me the same crap?
Until you understand it, which sadly seems like it could take a while. How many times do I have to tell you the payout from the crash wasn't that big? I tried showing you the insurance documents so it'd finally go into that thick skull of yours, but you didn't even seem interested in looking.
This is why you're poor, big bro. 'Cause you waste all your time doing useless stuff. Looking at a bunch of old documents isn't gonna make me rich, and it's not gonna magically turn you into a college grad.
That's not the point.
You're right. This boring crap ain't why I messaged you in the first place.
Huh? Did you actually want to talk about something?
Alright, so listen to this. You ready to be surprised? Me and Sandra, we're getting married!
Wait, what? That's Sandra? You mean the Sandra from our class at school? The one who people used to say was unobtainable? And out of everyone's league?
Yep, that's her. So you know her then?
Even though you're 10 years younger than me. That's weird. One of my classmates in middle school is related to her. I don't know her myself, though.
I see. Well, if you know her, this should go a lot quicker than I expected. Did you know that her family are the biggest landowners in town? And how it's basically said that they run the place?
I had heard rumors. You know how things get around. I heard that her dad's the head of the family right now. But his health isn't what it used to be, so either Sandra, or whoever Sandra marries, is set to inherit the position and take over as Don. Is that right?
Bingo! I managed to bag myself the daughter of the most powerful family in town. That's why I'm cutting you out of my life.
Excuse me? I'm confused. How are we getting from A to B here? What?
Think about it. Can you imagine how embarrassing it's gonna be for me to explain to my rich new family that my big brother doesn't even have a college degree?
Embarrassing?
Living in poverty and destitution with you was also a big factor in my decision. I've been desperate to get away from all this, and away from you, for a long time now. That's why, as soon as I landed my job, I moved out and got my own place, alone. I just had to get some distance between us before I cracked up.
Living in poverty and destitution? Come on, Eric, that's not fair. Look, I know the period just after Mom and Dad died was rough, but things got better after that. I did my best to give you everything you needed.
Nope! You're missing the point. I'm talking about way before that. Your life was an epic dud at the point you decided not to go to college. That's where me and you, we parted ways, even if we were still together physically. You know, the people you associate with in life are important. Right, bro? We influence each other, and I can't risk being influenced by a loser like you a second longer. My marriage to Sandra will be the beginning of my glamorous new life of celebrity and luxury. I'll be loved, admired, and adored by all. Signing autographs will be a daily occurrence. I can't wait. You're nothing but an eyesore getting in the way of my bright, promising future. Your very existence is jeopardizing my shot at true happiness.
I see. I did kind of get the feeling you were looking down on me for a while now, but I had no idea you hated me this much. Back when Mom and Dad died when you were 5, I did everything I possibly could to make sure you had everything you wanted. I wanted my little brother to be happy.
I never asked for a foster dad, especially not one without a college degree. This could have all been avoided if you just accepted Uncle Jim and his wife's offer to take me in. But you had to be stubborn and turn them down so you could play the hero, didn't you? This is all your fault!
Huh? Uncle Jim? Are you still in contact with Uncle Jim?
Why wouldn't I be? He's the only relative I have left. You make a big song and dance of being the one who got me through school and into college, but in reality, it was thanks to Dad's insurance money, wasn't it? And who told me all about that money? Uncle Jim.
Huh? Is that why you believed everything he said and wouldn't even hear out what I had to say? I told you to stop speaking to him, Eric. All he's ever done is fill your head with convenient lies so he could manipulate you in his own ends when you grew up. How could you see what he's doing? That's why I refused his offer of taking you in. It was never about caring about you or wanting what was best for you. He's a greedy man whose only goal in life is lining his own pockets.
You can say whatever you want. Pretty convenient how he's not here to defend himself, isn't it? It ain't gonna work with me, so you may as well stop wasting your breath.
I see. There was one more thing I wanted to discuss with you about where we go from here. But if you won't listen to a word I've got to say, it's probably a waste of time.
Thank God you understand. It's not just me who thinks so. Uncle Jim said that I'd be better off if I ignored 99.999% of what you said to me, because apparently you're a pathological liar. Now I'm set to marry into major wealth. I have literally zero need for you. So I figure I can finally cut you out of my life for good, like I've been wanting to do for a heckin' long time.
Fine, I get it. Goodbye.
Disappear from my life forever, you poverty-stricken loser!
Hey, Ross, you got a minute?
Good evening, Ginny. How's it going? Is this about what we talked about before?
No, it's about something else this time. Have you heard about your little brother's engagement?
Huh? Oh, that. Sadly, yes, he was bragging about it a few days ago. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. You and Sandra are related, aren't you? I remember hearing that.
Yep, you heard right. We're second cousins. Look, Ross, there's something I think you should know about this engagement.
What is it?
I'm just gonna come straight out with it, no matter how weird it might sound. Your little brother Eric's involved in a plot with your Uncle Jim and his wife.
Huh?
I happened to see Eric drinking with his friends at a local bar. I think he's a regular there. I've seen him a few times before, too, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it seemed like he was celebrating something, and he got blind drunk. I don't make a habit of eavesdropping on people, but he was so loud I couldn't help it. He said some things. I want to tell you everything, but I'd rather do it in person. Can we schedule a meet sometime? You're free tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, it's my day off tomorrow. I'll leave the time and place to you.
All right, thanks, Ross. I'll message you tonight with the details as soon as I've decided on somewhere.
Got it.
Thanks for taking the time to meet today, Ross.
Not at all. I should be the one thanking you. I'm so sorry for all the trouble my brother and uncle have caused you.
You haven't done anything wrong, Ross. You don't need to apologize to me. But as for the matter at hand, it seems like the Three Stooges are preparing to put their little plan into action soon.
Right. I'm gonna stick to my guns and keep my distance from them just like I declared back then. There's nothing to gain from associating with people like that.
Good idea. And I couldn't agree more. They're toxic through and through. I think it's for the best. That means we're gonna be speeding up that thing we discussed earlier, okay?
Okay, got it. I'll make my preparations for moving ASAP.
Ross! You know something about this, don't you? Answer me!
What do you want, Eric? I'm pretty sure I remember you cutting me out of your life. Why are you messaging me?
I don't give a crap about that! Don't dodge the question, you chump! My fiancé dumped me because of you!
Huh? You mean marriage with Sandra's off the table now?
That's what I said, isn't it? Ah! I know you know something about this, 'cause Come out with it now! What did you do?
Well, you knew it was a tradition in her family for daughters to get their whole inheritance when they marry, right? I wonder if her dumping you had something to do with finding out she had your sights on her money.
What?
Or could it be something to do with how you, Uncle Jim and his wife were all conspiring behind their backs to use her money to prop up Uncle Jim's failing company? He's been in the red for years now. Everyone knows he's been desperate for someone to bail him out for ages. You realized from an early stage that if you could just worm your way into Sandra's family line of succession like the honorless slug you are, you'd have a shot at that money, right?
Wait, how did you?
They all seem pretty likely candidates as to why you're all alone. What do you think?
What do I think? I think you're gonna pay for this, you big idiot! Ah! Anyway, Sandra was gonna be my wife! What the hell does what I was gonna do with her money have to do with anyone else? Nothing! It would have been my property the moment we tied the knot!
And there we have it, your true intentions.
Huh?
Or your true nature, I should say. I can't help but feel some responsibility for what a reprehensible scumbag you turned into, given I played a pretty major role in bringing you up since you were 5. Where did I go wrong?
Get off your high horse! I don't remember you being my dad! You're just some poverty-stricken loser who never gave me any money!
You have no idea, huh? You still think your college expenses came from some magical never-ending insurance fund, don't you? Well, I've got news for you, boyo.
What? It's the truth, isn't it? That's how I went to college!
You'd have known this if you had any interest in your family. But even while Mom and Dad were still alive, our family never had much money.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but Mom and Dad were employees at Uncle Jim's company. Had been there close to a decade at the time of the accident. But Uncle Jim, being the stand-up guy he is, used Dad's quiet, conflict-averse personality as an excuse to drop his salary as low as he possibly could, knowing he'd never dare question it. The name on Dad's insurance policy wasn't mine or yours, but Uncle Jim's. What little savings Mom and Dad did have were blown on a huge, unnecessarily extravagant funeral by Uncle Jim, so he could point and say, "Look what I did," while bragging to everyone about what a great send-off had given them. That flashy funeral wasn't just paid for by Mom and Dad's savings either. He also borrowed from some of his friends and refused to pay them back afterwards, leaving them penniless. What the hell? Uncle Jim did all that stuff? If I was older and knew more about the world back then, I would have done whatever I could to stop him. But I was a middle school kid who just lost his parents in a horrific accident. I could barely even process what was going on, so I was in no position to do anything about him. He took everything. Insurance money, Mom and Dad's savings, and even stole from his friends.
Uncle Jim did that?
That's not even the last of it. After that, I caught wind of his plan to take custody of me and you so he could exploit us as free labor at his company one day when we were old enough to start working. Knowing what he was like, I was sure that was his aim, and I was willing to stop at nothing to prevent him getting his way. He'd taken everything by this point. There was no way I was going to let him turn us into slaves. But then you grew up, went out into the world, developed ideas and desires of your own, and, well, you did what you did. I was never going to be able to control you forever, and that's where we are now.
How could this be? No. This can't be happening.
This isn't the first time you've done something like this. The signs have always been there. I should have known back then when you looked down on me and wouldn't listen to a word I said, even back then. And you know what? There was a part of me that had my suspicions, but I didn't accept my own little brother thought so little of me. I mean, who would? Wish I'd noticed sooner. But I deluded myself with a comforting lie.
Ross!
But you're an adult now. It's time for you to decide on your own what kind of life you want to live. For you to make your own mistakes, and to suffer the consequences of them too.
What? On my own?
I won't be there to get you out of trouble anymore, Eric.
Ross! No! Please! Ross! I got fired! Or rather, they're letting me jump on my own before they push me! I just found out that my company and Sandra's dad's company are just about to enter business negotiations to become long-term trading partners! My boss said it would be bad for the company to have someone like me around at such an important time! He basically said if I didn't resign, they'd fire me! I had no choice! I thought you'd come and help me, so I gave all the higher-ups a good verbal dressing down! I really gave him one form, then slammed my resignation papers down on the desk. But Ross, where did you go? When I asked Mavis, the next door neighbor, she said she saw you packing your things into a moving van over a week ago. She said you also resigned from the factory in town a few months ago. Like, what the hell? Is it true? You never told me that. Ross, please, I'm begging you. Where did you go? Please respond. Help me. My situation is desperate. I'll do anything. Ross!
After everything that had happened, I decided it would be best for me and my little brother Eric to live apart and lead separate lives. By the way, while all of this had been going on, Ginny invited me to work at the company she and her friends from college had launched together. And with that, I switched jobs and became the head of their Seattle branch, where I played a major supporting role for Ginny. I'm super grateful for her. And honestly, she couldn't have invited me at a better time. I get reports on my brother from my old friends who still live in town from time to time. Apparently, things aren't going so well for him anymore. Last I heard, he was left with no choice but to move in with his Uncle Jim, whose true nature he was now fully aware of, and his wife in their cramped one-bedroom apartment. But Uncle Jim, being Uncle Jim, he was up to his ears in debt after his company finally went bankrupt of years of teetering on the edge. As anyone could have predicted, my little brother Eric was forced to clean up the mess by taking on the debt repayments. How does he come up with the money, you ask? By working 4 jobs. Wow! Not only that, but he also owes Sandra a hefty sum in compensation for the attempted inheritance fraud they tried to pull. So he's engaged in the struggle of his life with no light at the end of the tunnel. Do I feel sorry for him? Not one bit. Actions have consequences, and it's time for him to face them like a man. This is the life he chose. As for me, my efforts to forge out a new life for myself are well underway, and I plan to apply forethought and moderation in all things. I'll never be an Eric, and you shouldn't either.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.